Scintilla to Cynthius. May Jupiter Optimus Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter and for the lovely birthday pendant. I promise will wear it always. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father and Cynthia as my sister. I sense you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but if you must show them the strong and dependable man, I know you will be re-elected. I am sure of it. No, better not steal. That counts as theft. That would be a dumb thing to start. Just me be the guy who caused the whole thing in the first place. I believe that's exactly why it's there, too. No, thank you. Carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. Oh! I actually didn't know that. No doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servant's problem. Oof. Yeah.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
She thinks I'm a barbarian because I'm wearing pants. Because the Romans, all of them, they'd wear tunics. What's your story?
I'm Cynthia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
Wow, okay.
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Maybe it's best if you don't go insult the gods, just in case, seeing as how they're literally all around us at this point.
Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show themselves. Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Well, at least you know blasphemy doesn't break the golden rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
I suppose we'll find out sooner or later.
I suppose we will.
No way out of here.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
Look, chick. Do you not think that maybe she could have, like, fallen? I've seen the water in the gorge. Maybe she fell, and you think she just... Okay. When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
She was seeing someone?
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why would that be?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Is it possible her love was all... Is it possible she ran off with him?
I don't know. But it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
But 3 people are missing, so he could be one of them. Your father didn't mention any of this when he spoke to him. Any idea why?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock.
Oh,
he's upset,
jeez.
Of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
Looks surprisingly relaxed. I don't think that's true. She seems really angry.
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Centilla. So you'll help me find her?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
I'll get to it.
Thank you.
It really shouldn't take too long. To do this, so I'll do it real quick before I leave the house. Today, my father suggested I write a diary as a way of keeping myself occupied while we deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, I, of course, shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. I know you're reading this, Father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We're all entitled to our secrets. Fair enough. Brass has been polished to a rudimentary mirror, which has been used for applying makeup. Cool. Brass jar containing makeup. Sculpture of Ares, god of war, known to the Romans as Mars. Her having that in her room is like... Ares is like the frickin' quarterback meathead of the Greek and Roman gods. Got all the chicks, including stealing Venus, aka Aphrodite, from Hephaestus. Small vial containing rudimentary perfume made from flowers and oil. Not saying he was not important to the Romans, he definitely was, because they liked war. Ceramic ink jar, soot and water. The younger sister seems to have a lot more stuff. Makes sense that she might have a boyfriend who's giving her a bunch of presents. Scintilla to Sentius and Sentia, may Clementia give you strength to forgive me. I'm sorry to leave you this way, but I found a way to escape and I must take it. Hope we meet again someday. Yep. Well.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you? What now?
What's your
I'm
story?
a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How'd you end up
I'm
here?
from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl, and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Scintilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit. All right?
We'll go for now, just...
What have you discovered?
Found a letter in a room.
What? Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. I wonder how I could have missed it. Strange, but well done, I suppose.
I wonder how you could have missed
But
it too.
it's odd. It was only a few months ago that Scintilla's friend Yulia let slip she was planning an escape of her own. And yet, Yulia's still here. You should go and speak with her. Find out if she knows anything. She lives in the villa next door.
Alright, I'll find out for you, but...
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind. What now?
Let's talk about
What business
Scintilla.
is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Sometimes fresh eyes help.
I suppose that's true.
That is something I'm not doing.
Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better though, I suppose. Fine. Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
I'm from that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
War crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Our worlds are very
Seems
different.
that way. War crimes. Ridiculous.
So you're saying you're in favor of the Golden
What's
Rule?
done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it. So railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
They're pretty wise.
If you like.
In some ways.
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had. That's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that. Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation.
Those all sound like things that would break the rule.
But he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
I don't think that's weak. I think I feel the same way. Can I help?
I appreciate the thought. But you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings. I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Interesting. Oh, this is good. This is so good. I'm glad I got that. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh.
All right. Please keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to Scintilla.
I think he's the guy who liked Scintilla. I'm gonna call that now. Let's find out what's going on over here.
Harvey.
What were you two talking about?
I'm sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
What's it worth to you?
A spit of a fauna career. We've lined up all the votes we need already. Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
I wasn't thinking of interfering, but now I definitely am.
Oh, you just made a big mistake. Malleolus is going to hear all about this, and he'll make you suffer the tortures of Tartarus while you're still alive.
Good luck with that.
Medite.
Sentius and Malleolus, same excrement, different smell. Oof. I mean, that's politics for you. Trying to help. An honest friend to Octavia, may the Lord bless and keep you. I'm sorry I could not risk discussing this with you in person, but if I'm right, you're a believer like me. You may not be able to worship openly here, but know that you're not alone. If you ever feel like you need somewhere to pray, there's a special place waiting for you deep in the caves behind the theater. Turn right at the first fork and again at the second. Directions to a secret shrine. Enter the caves behind the theater, then turn right at the first fork in the second. Interesting. Don't mind me, just sneaking through your house. Alright, better get this done real quick. collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. Oh, goodness.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
Ah, crap. I needed to talk to her. What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall, but there's no way I can do that down here with the Golden Rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the Golden Rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Goodness gracious. Anything I can do to help?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the Golden Rule will stop me from marching up to that genetic tutor and scratching his eyes out.
See what I can do. I keep hearing the statues whispering. Is that normal?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
Forget I said anything.
About what?
Thank you.
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
Interesting theory. Pretty sure something like that could be brought up among the council or something, but it is too late for poor Yulia.
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
Tell me more about Nevia.
She used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician. But she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. "This changes everything," she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant pain.
Who?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means.
I do know what
I
that
just
means.
know Nevia would know how to treat
That's
him.
not good.
Assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
See what I can do about it.
I suppose.
You know a way out of
I
here?
wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Can we talk about Ulia?
What do you want to know?
Did you ever say anything about escaping?
How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times, but nothing more than that, I'm afraid.
Did she drink poison to get out? Do you think she was poisoned or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Do you know what poisoned her?
Hemlock, I believe.
Oh. Is there any reason why she might have wanted to die?
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas's villa, and they are quite secretive.
Oh no.
Gladly. Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
I will try my hardest not to get sick or injured. If not for your sake, for mine not to deal with, Oop. Gonna have to blur that. Large stone statue of Apollo, the Roman and Greek god of disease and healing, among other things. Among other things. Among a
May
lot
Apollo
of things.
keep you safe.
I don't like Apollo. Look, we've already discussed that blasphemy is not a problem here, so I'm totally fine saying that. I can. What do you want?
Arve,
Hello.
a new face. Arve, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
I just stopped you in the street. I'll just be
See
going
you
now.
again soon, I hope.
I'll just get your name for now so I know who to talk to next time I see you. This guy's still got his robes on. Instead of...
Greetings and salutations.
Oh.
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary.
Thank you.
Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
Well, first of all, I'll just tell you that these wonderful trousers were made by a great designer by the name of Levi. From beyond the edge of the known world.
Then you are an explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Oh, definitely. I like you already. Who are you gonna vote
My
for?
friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I can do to change
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
that? What's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why set up a
You
tailor
mean to
shop?
say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
True. How'd you end up here?
Question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select
Tiber.
friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
Sounds like you overdid it.
Of course, of course. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Interesting. So you were also pulled out of the water by someone.
Anything you like.
I'll talk to you later,
I hope
man.
that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
His name is Giovanni Georgius, but people just call him Georgius.
You look well, my sartorial friend.
But you can. You're moving right now to watch me. Bottle of Sulfilium resin, an extremely valuable ancient Roman remedy for various afflictions.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Anyway.
Don't you just love springtime?
Hey, Galerius.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Opius the thief stole my purse, and whoever wrote this did not get to finish. Oof.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
I need the sulfur resin.
All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
You're price gouging over life-saving medicine. What is wrong with you?
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Never mind.
Are you sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navier on our hands. She claimed the statue was whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this Silphium or not?
How would I come with
That's
the
hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
How about I just
Well,
take it?
if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you want?
Is that what you want? If not, hand it over. Now.
Do you think I don't know a bluff when I see one? Nice try. Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget? Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Not going to happen. You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Maybe some
Suit
other
yourself.
time. You're not someone I really want to talk to.
Very well. Another time.
I could do it. I could do it right now.
Help! You have to do something!
Now what?
A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
Who are you?
Fabia, but now's not the time. Are you going to help or not?
Yeah, I'll help. I'll get to it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Alright. No. Maybe we should
What?
meet in there?
We don't have time for this. I have to go.
No, I don't know why I said that.
The shrine is collapsing.
I now know why I said that. Sorry.
Fabia, no! Oh God!
Beware,
She's
shrine maiden.
dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her! Oh, Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl!
Well,
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
I don't know what Quintius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
Got it.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
We're a small community of strangers who end up here by accident.
A small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
What's a mystery
Oh, don't
cult?
play coy with
Oh,
me.
goodness.
I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quintius did, those days are numbered.
You got the wrong idea. We're not cultists.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not keeping it a secret. We're all trapped here. I'm still looking for a way out.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave.
It's not that we're not allowed to leave. We physically can't leave. There's not a way out.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case...
Oh my goodness, I hate
that
you.
sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not a mantra, it's a warning.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense.
Dude.
Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
There are once people who returned into gold as punishment.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too.
Oh.
You people disgust me.
Oh my goodness. We didn't turn into gold. A god did, and we don't know which one. You're distorting what I said.
Yes, because I'm the real villain here. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
What can you tell me about
Very well.
Quintius?
Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
That hardly means it. You know, it's funny because most historical documents seem to suggest that it was actually Nero himself or people that he hired that did it.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome, like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
I wouldn't help you if I knew where he was.
Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words?
You said you wouldn't kill me if I told you the truth. If you find that area, everyone here's gonna die. This is a gun. I'm gonna kill you with it. He's not. This guy is so over the line, he's gonna kill me anyway, so...
You'd squander your last words on an empty threat. Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh shoot, what the... Oh gosh! Well, might as well since I'm here. Oh, I'm dying a lot. Ow. Oof.